We are speaking now about medieval drama. Of course, we trace the development of drama through ages. The first was the classic drama. We mean by it Greek drama, and we said that we have two major forms, tragedies and comedies. Then we have the Roman drama, and also we have two types. In the Roman drama, the chorus was at that time stopped, and we have drama developed and spread all over Europe, and we have developments in the form of drama. Now, with regard to medieval drama, in the Middle Ages, drama and the vernacular languages of Europe may have emerged from religious enactment of the religious scripts, such as mystery plays and moral plays. Mystery plays were presented on the porch of cathedrals. In other words, the acting of the play was presented inside the church itself. So this was one option at that time to present the play on the porch of the cathedrals or by strolling players on feast days. Miracle and mystery plays, along with moralities and interludes, they evolved into more elaborate forms of drama, and they were all popular in the medieval age, such as was seen on the Elizabethan stage. So these forms were very popular during the medieval period. In other words, we can say that medieval drama was mostly religious. This is the dominant feature of the medieval drama. Then we'll move to the Elizabethan period and discuss and trace the development of the drama in the Elizabethan and Jacobian theater. During this period, I mean the Elizabethan, one of the great flowering of drama in England occurred in the 16th and 17th century. This is called the Renaissance, period. Especially when we deal with the Renaissance because it covered a long period of time. We focus now on Elizabethan, which is one of the most important eras in the Renaissance period. In this period, we have great names of dramatists like Marlowe, Christopher Marlowe, Ben Jonson, Thomas Middleton, and of course, Shakespeare, the great writer. As in the medieval period, historical plays celebrated the lives of past kings. At that time, one type of plays, in addition to tragedies and comedies, flourished. This type was called the histories. The histories or the historical plays celebrated the lives of past kings, enhancing the image of the Tudor monarchy. Author of this period drew some of their storylines from Greek mythologies, and others drew their lines from Roman mythology, as from the plays of eminent Roman playwrights such as Plautus and Terence. And we can say that this is the golden age of the drama, Elizabethan period. The drama reaches its highest point of development in this age, probably because there were many great names appeared in that time, and drama became very popular at that age and had reached its highest dramatic production. Now we'll move to drama in the modern and postmodern age, modern period. Especially we are going to move to the 19th century and see what are the developments and the additions to drama in this age. In fact, we have, when we study the 19th century, we have to study the Norwegian dramatic Henrik Ibsen. He was one of the greatest dramatists of the modern period, and he established the rules of realistic drama. And also we have in the 20th century, we have other writers. And for example, we have the German theater practitioner, Bertolt Brecht, was a very important German dramatist, Brecht, modern drama. So in the 19th century, the greatest name was Ibsen, and in the 20th century, the great name was Brecht. Each inspired the tradition of imitators, which include many of the greatest playwrights of the modern era. Now we are going to discuss the modernist and modernist techniques and the additions. The works of both playwright, Ibsen, I mean, and Brecht, okay, they were great, but everyone has his own style. They were writing in different ways. Yes, both are modern, but they are different. They incorporating formal experimentation, meta theater, and social critique. We have a new change in drama, and we have new experiments in drama. Of course, before that, we have traditional style of writing the drama, in which the major types of theater were presented, like tragedy and comedy. In terms of the traditional theatrical discourse of the genre, Ibsen's works were, at that time, were described as a culmination of a liberal tragedy, while Brecht was described as historicized comedy. Okay, so Ibsen is classified as a liberal tragedy, his works, and Brecht's work classified as historicized comedy. These two writers, these two great writers, inspired other writers in the 20th century and the 21st century. In fact, other important playwrights of the modern era include Strindberg, Chekhov. We have many great writers. Like in America, we have Eugene O'Neill, Pirandello in Italy, George Bernard Shaw in England, Vladimir Michael Visky, Arthur Miller in America, Tennessee Williams, Jane Jennett, Eugene Ionesco, Samuel Beckett, Harold Pinter, etc. We have great names in drama, in modern drama, and they were all inspired by Brecht and Ibsen. Now, we have to discuss the most important elements of drama. What are the things that we are going to discuss? Let's start with the focus. Now, the frame that directs attention to what is most significant and intensify the dramatic meaning. This is the definition of focus. In other words, it directs the attention to what is important. And its function is that it intensifies the dramatic meaning. In other words, a strong performance piece will have a clear intent which influences the performance, motivation, and the attention of audience is aimed for. In other words, the piece has a clear forms which determines the focus of the character and actor and directs the focus of the audience. Let me summarize the major closely related areas of focus. Focus has 4 related areas. Number 1, the focus of the scene. Number 2, the focus of the audience. And number 3, the focus of the character. Number 4, the focus of the actor. To simplify the discussion, we are going to to simply demonstrate the concept of focus and attention. The class observes the three main performances, then discuss and compares them. Okay. Start number 1 or A, two people walking around the acting space, and B, two people searching in acting space for a pen, and C, two people searching for a bomb in the acting space, time limit 20 seconds, diffuse by count of 4. I want you now to realize that the focus will be different in every case. Of course, the focus when two people walking around the acting space without any purpose, and two people searching for something lost, and two people searching for a bomb. Now, the second performance has a focus. The third has heightened tension, in which they are searching for a bomb. In the second, there is a focus, which is they search for a pen. But in number C or number 3, the tension is heightened. So the focus, as you see, is different in the 3 cases. Activities to develop the focus of the actor, and in case if we as students play the role the students. Okay, this was what meant by the focus. Tension, we have different types of tension. First of all, we are going to discuss what is meant by tension. Tension in the drama is very important because it develops action. The force, it is defined as the force that engages the performers and audience in the dramatic action. Every performance contains the element of tension. In the first activity on focus, where actors wandered in the space, the tension was very low. The second performance, searching for a pen, raised the tension slightly, and the third, searching for a bomb, heightened the tension. Okay, this what is meant by tension. It is the force that engages the performance in the dramatic action. The third element is space. Space is defined as the personal and general space used by actors. It focuses on the meaning of the size and shape of distance between actors and actors, or the actors and the objects, like props and sets, and actor and the audience. So, to demonstrate and define the element, we have, for example, built some status of a frozen moment. Okay, a frozen moment is the moment when characters stop speaking and stop moving. Don't speak with each other, okay? Now, here we demonstrate the power of the space to carry meaning. Especially in a frozen moment, the space can carry meaning by moving people around without altering their gestures or expression. In small groups, build a status which indicates the status and relationship through the use of a space. Family, like, for example, the space of family, or the space will be different when we have court or a gang or an argument or even peace treaty. We move now to mood. Mood is the atmosphere created. It concentrates the dramatic action and moves the audience in emotionally appropriate directions. Okay, how can I define mood? Actually, we have more than one way to demonstrate or define the mood. First, let me give you through practice. If students form for small groups, here listen to an allocated piece of music, select some curves from the props box which reflect the mood, atmosphere, or feeling created by the music. Develop 3 freeze frame status which capture this mood. And then try to find a way to move from one freeze frame to the next by using the curves to emphasize the mood. Okay, Now you have to pay attention to the movement by occasionally calling out a word which reflects the mood that you are working on. This is an experiment to express the mood. Okay. Another element is contrast. Contrast is the use of difference to create dramatic meaning. In other words, contrast is an effective means to emphasize, heighten, or intensify. We use it for three functions, either to emphasize or heighten or intensify. Contrasting colors, for example, stand out on the stage, or even contrasting sizes or shapes and sounds to draw the attention. The aim of the contrast is to draw the attention of the audience to something, okay? Another element in the drama which is very important, which is symbol. It is defined as the use of objects, gestures, or persona to represent meaning beyond the literal. In other words, this object, even if it's a character or an idea, it stands for a deep meaning. This meaning is not literal. Every culture has developed an elaborated series of signals where objects are endowed with meaning. It is possible to signal complex ideas through commonly recognized symbols. The use of symbol is very important because this character could stand for a group of people. This theme or this object could stand for something more than its literal meaning. Can I demonstrate and define symbols? Okay. Now, the attention of the students or the audience must focus on the things that can have symbolic strength. Like what? What are the objects that can convey a symbolic meaning? Okay. Like what? For example, a rose can convey symbolic meaning. Heart, the picture of a heart can convey emotional meaning. Flag, it stands for symbolic meaning. For example, treasure chest, suitcase, walking stick, pipe, a dove, for example, dove, symbol of peace, teddy bear, a cross, symbol of Christianity, a crescent, symbol of Islam, and so on. Yes, right, you're right. So these things are symbols and can be used clearly and effectively in the play. One of the expressions that we can use is the expression of role. Role is the thing that you take as a performer to employ or to embody the meaning of this person. Taking on a role requires performers to accept the attitudes and the physical movement and beliefs of the character they are playing. Okay. Here, anyone who plays the role of a character, he must act like the character exactly. Okay. This is what is meant by the role. Now I have to stop here, and next time we'll start with another topic. Okay, we are going to next time